これまでの人生というか、小島聡さんとインパクトレスリングで戦ったとか、
So we just had a few months ago a great match.
数ヶ月前になんかもうすっごいいい試合ができました。
じゃあジョーさんのこれまでの人生というか、どこで生まれていつプロレスファンになってとか。
Yeah, I was born in a place called Wisconsin. So when I was growing up, I remember watching AWA with my grandmother, who was a big fan, actually. So I fell in love with it then at a very young age, and one of my very earliest childhood memories is telling everyone I wanted to be a pro.
じゃあその幼少期に見てた AWA っていうのは誰が特に
For whatever, I always say Jesse Ventura. So I watched him, and he's wearing all these crazy outfits, and then I also noticed Jesse Ventura on Arnold Schwarzenegger movies or his own movies. So as a child, maybe I'm thinking, how he can do wrestling and be
actor?
movie star?
Movie star?
Oh, he's an interesting guy, and you know, so crazy his outfit. Yeah.
じゃあその子供の頃からレスラーになりたいと思ってたとおっしゃったけど、本当にこうなんだろうな、なろうとどこでコーチ受けたとか。
That's right. It's just something I had inside me, and I wanted to do, and I knew I had to go to a reputable teacher, a trainer. So at this time, 2000, just early 2000s, I would research schools, pro wrestling training camps and such, and eventually I decided to go to Nashville, Tennessee and train with their program, and their head trainer was Scott D'Amore.
その頃から日本には興味あったんでしょうか。
At that time, I was aware of you know, Japanese wrestling and you know, also Mexican and European, and that all was part of the draw for me. Was you could travel all over the world, and
それでなぜ日本に来たんでしょう。
I was on a show, and NOSAWA was there. He used to work for All Japan office, and he took a picture of me and showed it to Muto-san. Said, "Okay, come on, you can try to come in the dojo." And you know, I started as a green boy, I say, and had to do all the training and you know, eat the chunko and clean the dojo, everything. Yeah, just the same.
その時いくつだったんですか。
How old were you at the time?
25.
もちろんカルチャーもね違う国に来てそういう共同生活して、まあ言えばうるさいじゃないですか、先輩とか。
I took to it like a fish in water. I feel like I was ready for the experience. I was ready for something new. You know, I can kind of remember the first time I came here, like looking at the buildings and everything, coming in on the car ride from the airport, and it's like almost like a completely different world, and looked like a Blade Runner, if anyone knows that movie reference. Yeah, the buildings and.
日本のしきたり生活は大丈夫でしたか。
Not really. I mean, I was ready. Like I said, I was ready for whatever this experience would have thrown at me, and luckily, I still coming back 15 years later.
日本人の心を持ってるんですね。
Right, and I was more than willing to accept whatever. So I saved Muto-san from an attack.
Yes.
My first show here. I come out, I beat up Swama and maybe Taru, maybe. And then Mr. Fuji-san, he tell me, please, I get on microphone after. He said, please say, Nihon ga suki desu. I love Japan.
Oh, Fuji.
Give me. And the people,
でそれでみんななんか湧きましたね。それで。
それでね、いろいろまあ時が経って僕が日本に呼ぼうとしたらちょっと病気になっちゃったんですね。
Yes. So we were talking about the Triple Crown. And first time you went is very special.
Yes.
But for me, my second time was more special because I came back from brain cancer.
Yes. そうなんですよ。だからその前にだから アメリカの団体がまた日本に来ないかと、でこちらではもうインフォメーションしたんですね、チャンピオンカーニバルで、その後にブレインキャンサーが
Yes, I was coming back. I remember for the carnival, and I got a elbow injury. So the first time I actually from my elbow, and then I canceled. I could not. A few weeks later, I found out that I had.
でそれはもう手術は1回で成功したんですかね。
Yes. I had an operation and chemotherapy.
で病院も常に通ってたんですもんね、最初どうなの。
Yeah, I had so many CAT scans and so many MRIs. I've lost count of them.
今はどうですか。
Yeah, everything's okay. Has been for almost 7 years. So I still have checkups, of course.
それで復活の時に挨拶だけで日本に来てもらったんですよね。
Yeah, that was a great memory.
あの時のその日本のファンの方々の受け入れ方というか凄まじかったですよね。
In the building that day.
Yeah, of course.
フラッグまだありますか。
Yeah, I still, of course.
もちろん、はい、持ってま
It's
す。
one of my treasures. So I think in helping me my recovery, I always knew I wanted to come back wrestling, come back. So since my surgery, I come back to Japan in 10 months.
それでジョーさんの今の活躍の舞台が、TNA で有名だったインパクトですね。インパクトではどうですか。
Yeah, it's great. So far, it's been really nice, and I haven't lost yet in a year and a half. So hopefully, I can challenge for the heavyweight championship there.
で今でも日本の情報は仕入れてるんですか。
Do you check out the
I try
news
to keep
and
an
things?
eye on it. Yes.
去年かな、小島聡さんとインパクトレスリングで戦ったとか。
Yeah, forever, right? So my first challenge to the Triple Crown Championship was against the Kojima-san. So we just had a few months ago for American TV on Impact Wrestling.
気になる日本の。
Is there any news that came from Japan that you looked and says, "Oh shit, I want to be a part of this"?
Over the last 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always want to be a part of this over here, so I love it so much. But right now, active, Japanese, maybe Okada.
岡田和親。
レインメーカーですかね。
レインメイク。
Yes, I've wrestled Tanahashi before,
棚橋選手はもう当たってますし、
in Canada.
カナダで当たってま
so
す
it'd be
し、
nice to wrestle him here. But I always enjoy wrestling Swama. I'd enjoy wrestling Miyahara again.
で今回この来日はそのジャンボ鶴田さんの23回忌興行で後楽園ホール、それであれほどお客さんが入ったのも久しぶりだったと、日本に来てみてどうですか。
Yeah, come back. It was great. My first day of travel was a little rough, but that's life. That's pro wrestler's life.
最後にじゃあ見てる日本のファン、
Okay, I
世界
think
中のファン
I've
に
reached the end of our interview.
Okay.
If you want to say anything to the fans.
Yeah, to all my fans and to all pro wrestling fans, thank you for accepting me for so long, and I hope that I can give you what you like to see, and thank you for accepting me again, and I love you, and I hope to see you all very soon. So none of us in the room would be here without pro wrestling, so with no fans, we have no life.
No fans, no.
Most important thing in pro wrestling is the fans.
It's my life. It's my life. 296 pounds. ジョードーリング。
Thank you.
じゃあこちらのですね、ジョードーリング選手のサイン入り T シャツ2名様にプレゼントいたします。詳しくは概要欄の方ご覧くださいませ。ぜひ応募待ってます。
はい、いつもご視聴ありがとうございます。この度ですね、木原親父の、プロレスラーの方で YouTube チャンネルの特製の T シャツが出ました。こちらの方は素晴らしい T シャツになっておりますけど、ジャイアント馬場さんがバックロブレに16問キックを決めておりまして、こちらはデストロイヤーさんに脳天唐竹割りをしております。素 素晴らしい T シャツです。こちらにはですね、今回だと限定でこの親父チャンネルのねステッカーついておりますんで、この機会にぜひお買い求めください。
1枚4000円となっております。詳しくは概要欄に記載がありますので、ぜひご覧くださいませ。皆さんお買い求めください。
よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
武藤さんが試合してるのを見て、うわーってなんかもう自分の中でもっと知りたいって、2年半やっただけでもなんかいろいろやっぱりプロレスに対して考えることがあるんですけど、長くやってる方とかもなるほどたくさんある。
それの話はなるほどないからね。
馬場さんの話。